Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Squatva devlog series. In the last episode, we got our database functionality working for storing custom exercises, and we started looking at the design of our filter system. In this episode, we're going to get started on implementing that filtering and searching. But first, I have some housework to take care of. What you don't see from each B-roll clip is that I need to do a tidy. And to be honest, I'm happy to do so. It makes my desk a nicer place to work at. A tidy desk means a tidy mind. Actually, I think an app is pretty similar to that. A tidy app, a tidy mind. So let's get restructuring my app as well, and hopefully that helps us make better progress in the future. I think that if your project is well structured, it allows you to be more effective and better avoid scope creep in your app. I think that's something that kills a lot of indie app development projects, where the developer gets so overwhelmed and lost in their own project that they get burnt out and no longer work on it. To try and avoid this, I'm going to set up a folder structure where each folder is linked to a major feature within my app. So for me, there's authorization, the workouts, the record, a profile. Within each folder, I'm going to have a screens folder and a widgets folder for anything that is specific to this feature. And then we'll have a general folder for anything generic like error pop-up messages. This just helps me stay focused on this specific feature. This works for me now, but I think it's important not to over-engineer your project structure when you're just getting started. I've seen developers not know how to get started on their first project because they get bogged down in what folder structure to use. To be honest, I think you should just ignore that, get started developing, and then every so often reassess the project, make those changes and improvements. That's how you're going to learn what works and what doesn't work. Anyways, now that we're done with this, we have a project where we can more easily focus and get functionality added to the right parts. So let's do that. I think it's time to knuckle down and work on that filtering and searching functionality. I got distracted by the snow outside. Oops. Okay, now back to the project. So we've done our first pass of our searching and filtering system, and it's okay. I had a few issues where if you applied a filter and then you searched, the search would just cancel out the filter. But we worked past that, and it's now all working. I think it's now time to work on improving the UI just a little bit and adding some improvements to this. So let's get back into it. So I ended up combining the filter and kind of buttons approach that I drew up in the last episode. So now when you click the filter, you get shown a few extra categories that you can filter by. And each of those will pop up this bottom modal sheet, and then you can search as well. I also added a little addition where when you search, there's a small cross that you can click, and that will clear the text field. I think that'll do for today. Join us next episode where we start to put these exercises into workouts.